everybody, this is Chef Roxy, and I'm coming to you from my kitchen, and I have someone very special here today, and he's gonna make his very popular cinnamon rolls, and he's gonna introduce himself.
Hello, I'm Baker Guma. I'm the owner of Cody's Cafe, and I'm here to make my classic cinnamon rolls for you guys.
All right, so we're gonna just jump in and get started. And what's the first thing that you usually do?
So, to activate the yeast, I heat up the milk.
Okay.
Get to the yeast is the hardest thing that took me a while to learn, because you want the milk to be hot enough to activate the yeast, but if it's too cold, it won't. If it's too hot, it kills it. So you have to get into the sweet point.
Yeah.
Usually it's just you can test it with your finger. There's like a temperature thermometer. If I'm at home, I usually just use my finger and just see if it's like too hot or it's burning your skin, it's gonna kill the yeast.
Okay.
And then you can usually be able to tell if it's too cold. You want it to be like a little bit more than lukewarm.
Okay.
And then also it helps to have the sugar in there as well. So I'll with the yeast. So I put in half a cup of sugar as well.
Oh, okay.
Mixing.
Oh, right.
You just check with my finger.
Yeah, however you do it.
And then, usually I use the yeast packets, but well, I started out by using the yeast packets, but it's a lot cheaper just to get the whole container. And it's 1.5. Well, I'm gonna add 2 sheets. It's 2 1/4 teaspoons of yeast.
But you've been doing it so much, you can just eyeball it a lot of times.
Yeah, I don't usually when the dough. So that's the one thing I like about cinnamon roll dough is the dough. You just need to measure out the flour. You just need to measure out the milk, sugar, and butter. Otherwise, the dough is so it's even with exact measurements, it's hard to. There's no right amount of flour to get it's the right amount. And the same thing with the eggs. Like the amount of times I made it, my original recipe calls for 4 to 5 cups of flour. When you're making just one batch, which is just a big room for error, that's like a whole cup. So when I'm making like mass batches, it's like even if I were to try to replicate everything exactly the same, the flour is always going to be inconsistent. So that's why I stopped measuring for the flour and started looking for consistency. You want the dough to, you want it not to stick to the pan, but you don't want it too tough where it will be really dense when you make it.
Okay, well that's good to know.
So you gotta give the yeast like a couple minutes to activate. You kind of wait for it to like start ballooning.
I see. Yep.
And so I usually give it a couple minutes. While I'm waiting for that, I would usually make the cinnamon filling.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can use this here. And we'll be doing it. Do you have to use the same pot?
I could reuse it if I just
okay, you can fill it out.
And then with the cinnamon filling, is usually the same. I kind of look for a consistency. The harder part is usually how much butter. The butter is usually, I kind of want it to be, you kind of want it to be liquid enough where it kind of drops off the spoon, but you don't want it too liquidy where it's just like fully running off it. You kind of want it to like drop off in clumps.
Oh, okay. That's, you talking about the butter.
Oh yeah, so I put the butter in, and then I melt down the butter, and then I put in brown sugar and then a little bit of vanilla, and that's really all it is. And then cinnamon.
Oh, okay.
So it's pretty simple.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why I was very confused on why people don't do like other flavors. Because it took me 4 years to get my cinnamon roll recipe right, and that's when I started like trying to experiment with different flavors that I was eating the same classic over and over and over again, which got really tiring.
Right. What flavors do you make? What kind did you develop?
So I started off with blueberry, lemon, and strawberry Nutella was the first 2 flavors I made.
Mm-hmm.
Then I wanted to do, because I'm a big fan of mango, so I wanted something tropical. I made a tropical one,
Okay.
which was like pineapple, frosting, mango filling, and coconut dough. Then I did Oreos, s'mores, chocolate peanut butter, pretty much a Snickers one as well. If you name it, I got a caramel apple, peach cobbler, summer's delight. My favorite, which is lemons and berries, is my favorite, but doesn't do too well. It's kind of really hard. That's what I kind of noticed with my business. It's really hard when you have all these flavors, they compete with each other and not really, because it's like your customers only going to pick between like probably 1 to 5 of those flavors they really want, and some of them aren't easy, like Oreo.
Mm-hmm.
The cookies and cream takes a lot of work for me to make.
Oh, okay.
So I changed my menu to 4 to 5 main flavors, and then I have a flavor of the month to make things a lot easier.
Oh, okay. So what are you doing now?
So with the cinnamon rolls, all you gotta do is add the ingredients all at once.
Oh, okay.
So I do 2 whole eggs.
Mm-hmm. Let me grab the you got it.
And then
That's all the bowls there.
1 egg yolk.
My daughter, who's a musician, she knows how to make some really good egg rolls. It's a classic one too, but I'm not good at it. I know people say it's simple, but it's simple, I think, more when you love doing it.
Yeah, I can only make cinnamon rolls. I can't do too much besides that. My sister is the best baker in the family.
Is she?
Yeah, my younger sister, she can make everything from scratch. She'll make French toast from scratch, and she'll make like the bread and everything. She'll make croissants, beignets. She does everything herself.
Well, I'm gonna help us to be able to see what you're doing.
So I'm just mixing. When I'm at home, I do it by myself. I usually, the bakery, I have a commercial stand mixer. When I'm at home and I'm just making one batch,
Yeah.
I just mix everything by hand. It's a lot easier than just using a stand mixer.
Mm-hmm.
I actually broke most of my equipment that was at home because of how much baking I was doing.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
So I usually start with, my mom always told me you can always add more, you can never take something out.
Right.
So I always start with a light amount of flour, and then I usually just add a couple handfuls in as I go.
Okay.
Once again, just looking for a consistency. That's like the big thing about it. You want it to be soft.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of still clinging onto the pan just a little bit, or a little bit past that point of where it just doesn't cling onto the pan, but you don't want too much dough in there where it's like really tough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see how soft it looks.
And then other things, I don't try to overly knead my dough.
Mm-hmm. So tell me more about you, about your family.
Yeah, so my mom and dad, I think that I grew up, my parents told me first generation, but I've heard from other immigrants that currently I'm second generation. I was first generation born here. They come from Uganda. My mom and dad grew up there. My dad's family's been there as long as he can trace back. My mom's family, I have a great grandmother who, if I remember correctly, it's saw my grandpa. She comes from, I think it was my grandpa's grandmother, so it might be my great great grandmother. Mm-hmm. She was an immigrant from Ethiopia, and she found her way to Uganda, and that's where she decided to make a home. Mm-hmm. So that's where we grew up. That's where my mom and dad grew up. They've been together since high school. They went to school together. Been high school sweethearts. And yeah, I grew up. They moved here. Can't remember. They moved here, I want to say probably 30 years ago, before my older sister was born. In my family, there's 4 of us. I have one older brother, one older sister, and then one younger sister. And I'm tied with my older sister for the middle.
Okay.
And yeah, what got me to cinnamon rolls was actually my older sister. My dad used to work at the airport. And when he worked at the airport, he would always bring cinnamon rolls as a little snack for my sister if he was doing good at school. So my sister, as long as I can remember, had cinnamon rolls. Mm-hmm. And she passed that down to me and my younger sister. Mm-hmm. So we always just have been it's just been a family tradition. Whenever we do go to school, or whenever my mom and dad fly in or fly out anywhere, they always come back with some cinnamon rolls.
Oh, okay. That's so nice. I'm glad she passed it down to you. A lot of times, unless the boys are really interested in cooking or baking, they end up getting left out of the, learning how to do that.
Yeah. So my household, there kind of is no. We don't have any real gender roles.
Yeah.
My dad was actually a stay-at-home dad for the longest time because he had his own business.
Yeah.
And my mom was the one who was working a lot. Mm-hmm. And so I grew up with my dad. My mom and dad kind of complement each other. What my mom can't do, my dad can, and vice versa.
Right.
So my mom's a great cook, but my dad's the cook of the house. He does all the cooking.
Yeah.
I love his cooking. He's better at cooking than he is at baking because cooking you don't have to follow any exact recipes.
That's why I love cooking so much. Bacon's less forgiving. Sometimes you have to throw the whole thing out and start over.
Yeah, and then my mom is the baker, so she used to bake cakes from scratch for birthdays. She makes muffins. My older brothers, both me and my older brother were in the Army. I was guard. My brother was active, I think, for 8 years.
Wow.
So when he would come home for Christmas, he would always leave with a whole bunch of baked goods, and apparently they'd fight in the bay. They'd fight my brother for his own food that my mom was making for him.
Wow. Well, thank you for your service. I'm sure they appreciated all that.
I didn't. I was just guard. I didn't do anything. My brother, he was Purple Heart, so it opened me my eyes to what vets go through and how long it took him to recover and everything he still deals with now. I have nothing but utmost respect for the Army and our soldiers.
Yeah, I have a lot of my uncles were in the Army too. And my one uncle that's still around, he's 83, and he's still, when I talk to him on the phone, he's like, yeah, I'm just out here helping these vets. They're just going to this thing and that thing. He's like, okay, I'm still getting around. But he was, let's see, he wasn't Green Beret, which is what they told me he was for a long time. And when I talked to him about it, he was like, I wasn't Green Beret. But he was active and in the Army. So, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I have nothing but respect. I honestly, I was a little bit of a baby before the army, so I usually, when things got really rough and tough, I would just
Helped you grow up.
Yeah, it helped me turn me into somebody who like learned how to like learn that you can't walk away from responsibilities just because things are getting difficult.
Yeah.
When you sign up to do something, you gotta commit to it.
All right.
And so I normally once the dough's done, I let it rise for usually a bit. But it usually is like 15, 20 minutes for it to rise, sometimes up to an hour.
Oh, okay.
But today, since we're kind of in a rush, we're just gonna get straight into it.
Yep.
A dough ball makes 2 batches, but that would make 12 cinnamon rolls, so I don't know if you would want all that.
Okay. I'll figure something out.
Alright, we can do 12.
I could share.
So normally when I'm in the bakery, I roll them out 12. I roll it into one big dough ball. But when I'm at home and I'm making it for friends and family, I prefer to just do 6 at a time, cut the dough ball in half and then do 6. There's I try not to make it too thin. Try to make like a nice little square. Usually about like this big. I don't want it too thin like this where the dough starts ripping. It's kind of difficult. And so we got the dough done, and now we just have to do the filling. The butter has melted. And it's okay if I sit on top of the cow.
I'll put a. There we go.
And with the brown sugar. Cinnamon.
Do you have a favorite brand of certain things that you like, or is it just they all work the same?
So with certain things like the cinnamon, there's a certain brand I do like. It makes a small difference. The one thing that I've noticed is
Smell that.
the vanilla. I didn't bring any today. I usually use vanilla bean paste that I get from the St. Croix Valley. St. Croix Vanilla Bean Project.
Oh.
They're not too far. They're in between Hudson. I mean, they're on the Minnesota side of Hudson, so it's like Lakeland. Their vanilla is recently I ran out and I had to use other vanilla and it was horrible.
What was this?
This one's just my second favorite brand.
Oh,
Watkins.
okay.
I didn't bring.
Okay.
I usually have it in like a giant gallon that I keep at the bakery.
Okay.
And kind of this.
Sure.
I might need a cup because I usually. So I'm just like my dad, so I don't measure too much because the stuff I need. I usually do is like walk taste.
Yeah, that's what I love because my channel is about helping 50 plus people learn how to be more confident in the kitchen. So when I do a recipe, I try to tell them to tweak it, and I'll say like, I'm going to do this instead of what the recipe's saying, or just kind of eyeball it. So I love that you do that.
Kind of, I'm like a taster spoon because that's what we normally do. Okay, so I just go off taste while I'm in the bakery. tastes just right to me. I don't know if you want to give it a try.
Okay, sure. I'll give it a try. Oh. yeah, that's good. Mm-hmm. Wow, that flavor just hits you as soon as you touches your tongue.
So then I do usually I use a lot of it, but I kind of realize I don't want to just put it only inside the roll. When we get them in a baking pan, I show you. I usually I'll put some of the cinnamon on top of it as well, and then I have before they bake, I have I'll make a little cinnamon and cinnamon and heavy cream that I put on top of it while they bake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, one and kind of perfectly.
Okay.
And no, I have smaller if there is. Or just yeah, I mean, my company started as a school project.
Oh.
I'm a graduate alumni from UWRF, University of River Falls.
Okay.
My senior year, I tested out some new flavors the weekend before. I think it might have been Thanksgiving break beforehand. And I had left some stuff in class. I went back to my class after it was over to talk to my professor. To grab it from my professor. My professor decided to sit there and chit chat with me for a little bit and ask me what I did over the weekend. And I was just like, oh yeah, I just made some flavored cinnamon rolls because I was having some family members over and I just wanted to try out the new flavors. And she thought it was a great idea and wanted me to enter. They have something called the Innovation Challenge there. And it's pretty much where you make your own business, explain your product. You go through I think it's called the business cycle, something like that. Where you have your product, you survey it to other people, and then you get their opinion and make changes.
I want people to see what you're doing.
And so I just told my teacher about it, and she thought it was a good idea to enter me to the Innovation Challenge. And I was kind of iffy about it. And I told her, I don't know, because I didn't know if I could run a business and everything. And she really believed in me. So after I was done talking to her, she had entered me into the competition. I was a late entry, so she got, she helped me get past talk to one of the, I think, Sherry, she talked to this person who runs it. And got me to the competition, and ever since then Sherry helped me out a bunch. She runs it. I met Angie from the Mindful Fork. She got me to my first farmer's market. She tried my product and she really liked it and got me to my first farmer's market. And she was like, if you don't like the farmer's market, she'll stop bugging me about it. She's like, I just want you to give it one try. And it's my favorite thing about Koja's is it's not just me, and I'll never say that I got myself here. It's been my friends and family who have supported me through and through and helped me out when things get tough.
Right.
It's been really a community-based thing. My first stand at the farmer's market was given to me by the people at River Falls, my other fellow farmers market attendees. Got me my first tent and my first table because I didn't have anything, and they really supported me.
Wow.
So
that's awesome.
I'm really thankful for the people who've helped me get here. And I really think that's a big thing that a lot of people should pay attention to. It's like it's not, you don't have to do something by yourself. You can always get help from friends and family, and even strangers. All you gotta do is ask.
Right. Oh, see, that's a great lesson right there, because a lot of people have a hard time asking for help. So I appreciate that.
So they're all done.
Okay.
So usually I'll put them in the oven. Like I'll put it at preheat, like about 100 degrees to let it proof for a little bit. That usually helps, like, get them a little bit fluffier, and then I bake them at like 335 for about like 25 minutes.
Okay.
You leave it at 170 and just let it preheat for a bit, and then I'll throw it in there, and then
Okay. How many minutes?
I would say like 15 minutes.
15.
And then I make the casing that goes on top.
Oh yeah.
The heavy cream helps me bake. So I add it to the cinnamon filling, and I also will add it on top. Heavy cream also will help ensure that the dough isn't dry.
Yeah, I've never heard of this before. That's a really good tip.
Yeah, I learned a lot of tips about baking. The original recipe called for 2 eggs, but I wanted there to be more fat content in the dough. Instead of adding more butter, I decided to add egg yolk. That's what egg yolk is good for. If you add egg whites to a recipe, it adds more protein, which usually helps make it denser. If you add the yolk, it's the fat that will add to it. So if you want some of these to be a little bit more fatty, it's like smoother, you just add egg yolk instead of adding an extra whole egg.
Oh, okay. Okay, sorry. So when it comes to the heavy cream, is there a different milk or something that you can use instead of the heavy cream?
You could, so the whole point with heavy cream is because it's a lot more creamier. It's like original cream that comes straight from the cows. This one has, I think it has more cream content, it's less watered down, because the store milk is 1%, it's just 1% of the cream, and then the rest is just water. So you can use whole milk. I wouldn't use anything less than whole milk.
Yeah.
If you didn't want to use heavy cream, or you didn't have to use the heavy cream at all.
Because I have a coconut creamer. Would that be something I can use?
You can try it. It's honestly, it's up to cream that's used in coffee. I believe half and half. I think might have. I don't know. I can't remember if it has more cream than heavy cream, or if it has less content. Because half and half is literally half. I believe don't quote me on it, I'm not an expert. But I believe half and half is half of it's cream and the other half is water.
Oh, I see. Water.
Yeah, that's what.
Okay.
That's what usually
They
makes.
say regular milk or something like that.
Because milk is it's all pretty much cream from the cow.
Yeah.
As you get I think heavy cream, I think it has the most. Then half and half is they usually mix it with water going down.
Okay.
So when you get to milk, it's if you wanted to make milk, and I've done it before, is that you have heavy cream, you can just mix it with water and just water it down.
That's true. Like carnation milk. Yeah. Okay, gotcha. I understand.
So I've been in situations where I've been out of heavy cream and I had to make it, and what you can do, it's not a 1-to-1 exactly to get you exactly heavy cream. But you can take milk and add butter to it, since the butter is kind of just solid cream, and it'll kind of get you back to stuff like heavy cream.
Oh, okay. All right. So you're going to show me how to make some, like a topping?
Yeah, caramel topping for the
About how much of these do you need?
You probably need quite a bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, it's not bad.
I think that should probably be
That's
enough.
good?
Yeah.
So we'll open. Let me just start with.
I can talk about why the name is Koja's Cafe.
Yeah.
A lot of people get confused and think it's my name.
Yeah, I thought it was your name.
It is not. My name, my birth given name is Guma.
Mm-hmm.
My parents changed it to something American, so legally speaking, it's Jason. But I prefer to go by Guma because that's the name my parents gave me.
Yeah.
And it's all powerful quote about how like the first gift you ever get is your name from your parents. So
yeah.
when I was born, they gave me the name Guma, and I don't think I should.
I love that name. Yeah.
And Koja, so Koja means uncle in Ugandan.
Okay.
The way it works in my language, so usually, the way it works in Uganda is you'll have your mom's side of the family, and your mom's side of the family, all of your mom's sisters are pretty much your mom. So I call all my aunties, I call them mama. And then insert her name, like I have Mama Joni's, one of my aunts, Mama Shaquila's one of my aunts.
Yeah, we did that in our community too when I was growing up.
And since it's hard, so culturally speaking, my mom's sisters are my mom's, but like my mom's brothers aren't necessarily my dad's. They get the name Koja. When it comes to my dad's side, it's my dad's brothers are my dad, so I would call them Tata, which means dad. And then my dad's sisters aren't necessarily my mom, so they get the name Senga. So if Koja is the uncle of my mom's brother, and he was, I grew up calling him Koja because he was the only uncle that I saw a lot here. I had another uncle growing up that I didn't see him as much as I saw my uncle, and so instead of calling him Koja Jumba, which is what I was supposed to should have called him, we just, since he was hanging around most of the time, or growing up, we just called him Koja, or at least I did, and we just, I grew up calling Koja. He was very, very special to me before I got to grow up with him for 12 to 13 years of my life, and I just remember how he taught me a lot of things growing up. Like, growing up, I looked up to my mom, dad, and my uncle. Those were the three people who I wanted to like aspire to be. And my uncle was the one I wanted to be like the most. And he taught me like a lot. He was very family oriented. My mom used to complain about it when it would happen, but he used to come on Sundays, and he'd come, I think at like 8:30, 9 o'clock. And my mom would go see at work, and he'd sit there and he'd talk until like 1, 2 in the morning.
Oh wow!
That's when my mom would complain because she's like, "Oh, he's coming. I'm gonna be up all night long. I have to work in the morning." My mom worked in corporate America, and so she's just like, "I don't want to go to work tired and have to deal with everything behind the scenes." And so, but those were my most favorite memories growing up because it was my favorite thing was seeing my uncle. I would always look forward to it every Sunday. That was like the highlight of my weekend. And then he was like very family oriented. We would always have family events. He'd be, he's the oldest he was the oldest in our family. So he was firstborn, so he had all the responsibility. And he did not, at least from what I saw growing up, he never walked away from any of his responsibility. He wanted to be there, he wanted to be involved in his nephews and nieces' lives. He wanted to be involved with his siblings. He was always preached about family. It's the most important thing.
Yeah.
And so that's the things I grew up with. And he was also community based too. Not necessarily you'd have to be family, but if you're part of his community, he's gonna take care of you.
Yeah.
And so when it came to naming my company, I didn't want to name it after myself because I felt like it wasn't the right idea because it's not just me and I shouldn't get all the credit. And so I decided to name it after my uncle. I just named it Koja in honor of him but my goal is to be community based. I want to, if I'm lucky enough to get a shot, it'd be something I want where you can just you don't have to buy our food or buy our coffee, whatever we're selling there. You can come sit there, do homework if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to have a meeting there, you can go ahead and do that. I don't know if I graduated business finance. I know a lot of people aren't financially literate nowadays. I want to have like finance classes in the community and be free. Just come there and learn. I know a couple people in my life. I've grown up seeing a couple people as single moms. It's very hard to do that.
Yeah.
And I want something where single moms can come, they can find stuff, resources. If I'm ever making enough revenue, hopefully I'd be able to donate some money to the single moms in our communities, help them, stay on their feet, make sure their kids are like getting good influences around them. I love playing card games, so I wouldn't mind being a card shop. Where you want to come sit down, play card games as long as you want.
Yeah,
so,
you're a visionary.
Yeah, I want it to be community. I want it to be community based because I really think, at least what I've come to realize in life, you can't take the money with you when you pass away, and it's not really like you can't take anything with you, but you can leave something behind.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can leave a good lasting impact, if I can leave something for the community, I feel like my life was like I fulfilled it. I did my job. I can lay at rest and at peace knowing that I did more good than bad in the world.
You left a good legacy. Wow, I love that. I'm throwing this out. I'm gonna see about the caramel.
So I'm thinking 3, and then preheating is when I put the toppings on.
Oh, right. Okay. That's exciting. You need a spoon?
No, another cup.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Is it okay if I place it just on top of there?
Oh, yes.
The pan?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
I do it. Those look good. We want to see what's going on.
I do a nice little layer of heavy cream that goes on top. And then try to make sure they get that cinnamon.
Wow, you just really just soak them and everything, and I bet they're so moist and not dry at all.
Yeah, so usually what happens, the cool part is with the excess, they will it kind of makes caramel at the bottom.
Yes. Oh, you put them at the bottom.
Yeah, I put them at the bottom just and then I can help you make the caramel topping.
All right. So mom and dad.
Yeah, mom and dad.
How? So you lived with your mom and dad your whole life, right?
Yep.
Okay. And the uncles would just come over and hang out and stuff, but they influenced you a lot.
Yeah, I live with my mom and dad. There are a couple times where we had sleepovers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
At their houses or whatever. I remember one time, I don't know if my mom was pregnant and she was having a baby. All I know is like my mom thinks it's something. Whenever family emergency would happen, we'd go to like one person's house. I also grew up another big influence with my grandma.
Okay.
Ty, for the most important woman in my life, she took care of us growing up. So when my mom and dad would be working, my grandma would be there. She took a lot. She came here. I know it was very hard for her because she doesn't speak English. She knows it very well, but she doesn't speak English super well. So I try to learn my own language so I can talk to her and have conversations. But she's the strongest. Like, I hear her life story, and she's the strongest woman I've ever heard of in my whole life. She's been through a lot, and she does nothing but smile and laugh. So she's been another big.
How it be. People go through a lot. They just beaming and sharing joy, and that's great. Well, they sure raised a great young man in you. So
Thank
be
you.
proud of that.
Thank you.
Yeah, be proud of that. Wow. Well, I can't wait to try this because
I don't know if he's fully activated, so I don't know if they're gonna get as large as they normally do a hot bake oven.
yeah, because of time constraints, we kind of did it a little quicker.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I mean, whatever comes out, we use it. At least I will. Yeah. So we're making caramel. So the caramel doesn't need any help then. It just
Usually, just notes. I would add like heavy cream. I don't know if it's like getting super sticky. It normally should. I might add like a little bit.
little cream.
Just so like it doesn't just like fully stick.
Okay.
And then I would mix it with a spoon. Yeah, I would mix it. So
It's not really doing much yet. Yeah. We'll let it melt a little bit. Do you want it to be high?
I put it on like medium to low. Cause you don't want to really cook. Caramels cooked already, so you don't really want to cook it or burn it. You kind of just want to melt it so it's just like spreadable on top.
Okay.
And then you could also add cinnamon into it. You can do whatever you like with the caramel. Sometimes I'll add some cinnamon into it.
Is that like that?
Yeah, I feel like that would give you like a little bit of cinnamon flavor.
Yeah, they're melting a little bit. You think they need more milk because it's starting?
They start as long as you're not sticking to the pan, it should be good.
Down a little.
Yeah, sometimes it can take a while. It's like they're kind of like a boiling point almost. Like once they start melting, that might like fast.
So that's the preheated oven. Here's the caramels. Let me see. I'm gonna have to turn it down a little bit. You want to stir them, and there's the spoon behind you.
Maybe
not quite.
A little. Might throw a little butter there.
I have a little butter too.
Make sure it doesn't stick.
So we're making a caramel. We're melting some caramels for caramel topping. So they pretend like they don't want to melt, and then all of a sudden they just kind of
It should just like start to melt.
melt at one time.
Yeah, I might turn up the heat a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, they're starting to melt down.
Mm-hmm. It's just some rebellious little caramels.
Yeah, they're not working with us today.
You ever think about traveling?
Yeah, I travel quite a bit. I've been to almost all 50 states.
Nice.
I've been to Paris. I've been to the UK, London.
You have to ask me if I'm thinking about travel.
Yeah,
I've been that many places.
I've been. I recently went back home to Uganda. Got to stop in Rwanda for a bit. Amsterdam. My favorite place has to be Florida and Georgia.
Really?
When it comes to the States. Yeah, I got to live in Georgia for 9 months during my training.
Okay. What was it like being in Rwanda?
I was only there for a little bit. The city is beautiful.
That's what I heard.
It's beautiful. My mom got to stay there way longer, and it's. She told me next time so Rwanda's our neighbor. Mm-hmm. And she said instead of flying into Uganda, I should stop in Rwanda and just take a train over the border, if that's still an option. And yeah, I might listen to her advice.
Wow.
So my mom's seen way more of the world than I have. She's been everywhere I've been, but longer. She got to spend like multiple weeks there. She's also got to go to South Africa for a while. I think she went to Tanzania. She's been all over the place a lot. She's visited a lot of places in Africa.
I think visiting Tanzania might be kind of cool. I don't know. I have a friend that's been out there.
Yeah, it's I love going to new places. I just love seeing how they, like seeing the way they live their lives, and like
Yeah, they do things different.
everywhere they do things different. And it's always interesting, like seeing how things you think are normal here aren't normal there.
Right.
The UK, my favorite thing was just it being walkable all over. Like it's so uncommon to own a car there. Not like uncommon, but like you don't use it as like we do here. Like you can go anywhere you want with the underground or bus or just train. So I just kind of realized like, yeah, I think I should add a little bit of whole milk. Kind of be a little bit more liquidy.
There it goes.
I want to kind of be able to spread it on top. Caramel sauce is kind of done, but you take it off the stove now. Kind of want to keep it on like a low so it keeps it warm.
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't solidify.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying a little bit more milk to make it more liquidy. I think I should
So do you
It's on
do?
pretty well.
Oh, that looks good. Can you show us how show us that again? How it should. There we go. That's how it should pour. All right.
And I think if you just keep it on low, it should pretty well. And then on top.
Say that again.
The way I tell when the rolls are done is usually so the heavy cream at the bottom won't be like still creamy, and it should just be golden on top. Like very
Okay.
get like a nice tan. I'd say those ones look like they'd be done like 10, 15 minutes.
Whew. Ooh, looking good. So at the bakery, you actually run a brick and mortar.
No, not brick and mortar. I just bake there at night. The goal is to
Okay.
get brick and mortar, but I share a kitchen and I get to bake there at night.
Okay.
Once the kitchen's pulled down.
Oh, that's good. That's the best way. It's one of the best ways to do it. Yeah. I'm a home baker, so I bake from home, and I try to bake ahead of time too. It's not as easy as having a commercial kitchen, that's for sure.
Yeah, when I moved it out, because when I was baking under college law at home, I was baking. I was making about.
Carmel's finally cooperating.
But yeah, I do. It's nice being able to. When I was under college law my first year,
Yeah.
and it was tough being under college law. And I was making 20 boxes a week at home, and it would take me 2 days. Now it takes me 4 hours to make 50 boxes. So it's like completely a different scale.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, what would you say to anybody who is just beginning though, who wanted to start being in cottage foods?
Don't be afraid to ask questions. All criticism is good criticism. If you can't take any criticism, it's not business for you.
Right. Yeah.
Because it's really hard to find something that everyone can agree on. Everyone's taste buds are different. Sometimes some people's inputs, it might be very niche and like you can't follow it. Sometimes some people want to correct you and are just trying to give you advice. If somebody's taking the time out of their day and they're speaking to you respectfully and they're trying to give you critique, it takes a lot more effort instead of they could just walk away and just never buy the product again. If someone's taking the time to critique you and give you feedback, it means they want to see you succeed
And do better.
So
Right,
you can't be hard-headed and you can't be like, oh, whatever, they don't know what they're talking about, or I don't care what they think. They're not my main customer. I think you should really, I feel like those people who are actually sitting there and taking the time to have a conversation with you actually want you to succeed more than people who will just like say they don't like your product and just walk away and never talk to you again.
Right. Yeah. Wow. What's been one of the craziest things that happened when you were selling somewhere?
I don't know. I've been blessed to just only have like good interactions with people. I don't want to say craziest things is some people are reluctant to buy it, and I've seen a couple people buy my rolls and come back within 5 minutes to go buy a whole box. So buy one, it's like they're iffy, and I tell them the price, and sometimes the price is too much, and they'll try it, and I've seen a couple people come back within 5-10 minutes and buy a whole box,
Right.
and change their mind. So
Yeah.
I feel like that's usually the craziest thing that happens.
And you said something key that I heard in there. is that people think that your price is too high, but you don't lower your prices to try to get people to pay, right?
Yeah, it depends on where you're at. I feel like my price is perfectly fine. I've had a couple people, but recently I've had a lot of people give me tips and think I should up my price. My main goal isn't to make like millions of dollars. It's to hopefully have a brick and mortar. As of right now, I'm very happy with the pricing. I think $6 is perfect. I think $25 for box of classics is perfect. I think $30 for flavors. Like even though like economy hasn't been as good as it was last year and prices haven't gone up, I don't want to increase the price by like I want to increase it by like a full 50 cents if I'm going to do it. So I'll take the hit for now until it's so much where I'll have to raise the price. But otherwise, I'm not. I feel like you should when you're pricing your project, find a price that you believe is correct. You have to be making good margins, but you're not supposed to be making like insane. I'm not trying to make $5 on each roll. That'd be same pricing. It should be. It's like if you find the middle ground. I feel like if you're focusing on making money, being part of farmers market's not the route. You need to go in a different business. I feel like my whole goal is to find a price and have a product that my customers like enough. And if you work on a price that's both people are happy, more than willing to pay, you'll have more repeat customers. Honestly, I feel like if you just practice good, like yes, making money would be great. But if that's your whole focus, I don't think you're gonna go too far. I feel like if your focus is to make a product that makes people happy, that can be the highlight of their day. Because I've had multiple people come up and they'll be like, kids will be like, "Mom, we've been waiting all day to eat, all week to eat the cinnamon rolls." Or I have a couple people come to the farmers market, just come to my stand and leave right now.
Right.
I feel like having that is more key than having higher margins or having make it $5 per roll. I feel like personally, I think I'll go further focusing on those aspects than focusing on the money aspect. I think I'm great. I believe in God a lot. I really feel like He'll take care of everything. If you're just doing the right thing, you don't gotta worry about anything else.
No, that's cool. Love it. Yeah, I am in a learning community where we are learning to be more generous, and not think about, like you're saying, just always thinking about the bottom line. It's more of giving people value past what they initially pay for your service or whatever. And then, later down the road, if you have a higher ticket, something, they'll be willing to buy that thing. But it takes a while to like build those relationships and stuff. So, yeah.
I feel like maybe need a couple more minutes.
Yeah, looking good.
I would say probably about like 5 more minutes, but then you can see at the bottom how all that heavy cream is now just turned to caramel.
Yeah. Ooh. That's nice.
Unfortunately, I think I have to go. Time quick, but I think caramel sauce should be good.
All right. Well, let me see here. We'll take another picture of them in the oven. Let's see. Here they are in the oven, bubbling, and all the what do you call it?
The heavy cream and cinnamon mixture is turned to caramel.
Yeah, that looks great. They'll be done really soon.
I thank you for making it to the end of this video. We're almost there, but I just want to take some time to say this is something that I really love doing, encouraging and supporting our youth. I know it may seem like it's not directly tied to 50 plus people learning how to cook and leave a legacy from their kitchen, things like that, but it does. I think supporting the youth who are out there doing their thing. Guma is baking. He's doing the pop-ups and the different festivals and things like that, selling his baked goods and meeting people. So I just want you to know that it means a lot to me if you could support a young person in your community. Guma is a part of my community, so I want to support him. And I literally just reached out to him and asked him if we could talk and I could interview him and get him on my channel. And I'm also sharing some clips for him to use any way that he wishes, so that people can see and hear his story. So I just want to say again, thank you for reaching this end of the video. If you want to join me live more often and get a closer proximity to me and cooking with me and showing what it is you can do or learning something that you're not quite good at yet, join me in Chef Roxy's Legacy Kitchen. The link is in the description, and just come on in. It's free. I pay for the back end, and but I offer to you for free. And so I want you to come on in there, introduce yourself, and join us actually every Saturday for a limited time. I'm thinking of doing it till the end of the year, but every Saturday we're having a legacy meetup at 6 p.m. and it's Central Time, so make sure you check your time zone. But if you come into my private community, you can look at the calendar and just easily add it to your calendar. So anyway, one more time, I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video, and let's get finished on the video so you can be on your way.
And we're going to figure out just where to find them. Where can they find you?
So I keep my Instagram is at Koja's Cafe, KOJASCAFE. I'll have all my updates on there. I'm only available for right now at Farmers Market. If the demand is there, I've talked to Sarah at Sarah's Coochie Pies in Stillwater. I can start making boxes throughout the week if people want to come in the store and start buying there. Otherwise, you can DM me if you want delivery throughout the week. Delivery on Friday and Sunday. I'm hoping once more time, I get more time into my hands, I can do it Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Also, you can do pre-orders that have been selling out. I usually sell an hour before the farmer's market ends. I'm trying to keep up with demand, but it's really hard to figure out, especially with weather, how much you should make. Pre-ordering, you can pre-order your box and prepay it and then pick it up pick it up right at the farmer's market. You just go right there and have your box fully set aside. It won't be in our main inventory, it'll be on our side just for pre-orders. And the best way to contact me and keep up with is Instagram. I do have a TikTok that I'm working on making content for, and I also have a Facebook as well. Hopefully a website will be coming soon. So there's some things in the work, but Instagram right now is the best way to keep up.
All right, well, there you have it. Thanks for joining us today, and visit the cafe. This is Koja's Cafe, and they have beautiful cinnamon rolls in different flavors. So give them a try and visit anytime on Instagram and find him at the farmer's market. So thanks for joining. Have a great day.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You guys, Guma is a very busy man, so he had to go, and he left me in charge of these beautiful cinnamon rolls. Look how good they look. Okay, so I'm gonna do my best to follow his instructions. And he said to put let's take these out. And because we went a little quick, they didn't get as fluffy as they usually do. But that's okay. These are looking great. All right, so he told me to put the frosting on as soon as they came out. So that's what I'm gonna do here. We're gonna, I'm gonna try and do this with one hand. You guys, one of these days, I am going to be able to hire a videographer and an editor. Keep that in mind. I need prayers. All right. It looks really, looks like I just pour it on. Oh. I'm pushing buttons, guys. I hope I don't. Okay. So we put it on as soon as they come out. And that's what I'm doing. And then I'll spread it on. What did he say? Okay, we have the caramel. With adding the frosting. And I believe that I'm supposed to, let's see, add the caramel sauce. Oh, that frosting is good, y'all. So we left this caramel sauce on low. There it is. So I'm going to add it. Not a whole lot, because I mean, these are going to be really sweet, I know, before you guys get on me. And you probably can't even eat this. But for the people who can, maybe you can have half of one and split it with someone else. Let's see here. I'm just adding this caramel sauce, even to the ones that I already put frosting on. I'm just adding the sauce. Just a little bit on top. I probably put too much on some of the other ones, so it's not gonna be much to put on this one. But there you go. There's a lot of frosting, so I'm gonna go ahead and put frosting on all of the ones that I already put caramel sauce on. There's more. I'm so glad he did a lot of this ahead of time. He's a very intelligent and very peaceable young man, and I really enjoyed talking with him. I learned a lot making these rolls. I'm sure I don't make him look as good as he does, probably, but from what I saw in the video he showed me, the frosting just goes everywhere. So I probably am doing it some justice, I hope. Because what he does is he puts them in a box and everything just melds together. So I'm feeling pretty good about this. All right, Guma, you gotta let me know what you think. Here we go. 12 cinnamon rolls. Here is the finished product. Guma and I, well, it was mostly him, but here are the cinnamon rolls covered in a caramel glaze or caramel sauce with the actual sauce that goes on the cinnamon rolls, the frosting, and it looks marvelous. It smells beautiful, and you guys, you can't live off these, of course, but they smell so good, and they're moist. Actually, I haven't even tried one, so let me try one. All right, so I'm gonna be sharing. Oh my goodness, the way that comes, it feels so moist. Oh, it's not even sticking. All right, okay, you guys. Moment of truth. I'm sure it tastes divine. Turn off the oven. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, here we go. Oh man, y'all. Okay. So you heard that if you don't want to use heavy cream, you can use different milks. I think it comes down to a matter of just experimenting and testing it out and seeing how it turns out for you. So make a small batch. That's really good. So I would say these are something that folks might want to serve for guests at a party. You don't want to eat these every day. You'd be in big trouble. Oh, these are so good. Yeah, these are like, a couple times a month, maybe. Delicious. These are good, guys. You can find Chef Guma at Coach's Cafe. I'll leave his information in the description. Please support that young man. He's a beautiful soul. Till next time. See ya.